Good morning, all of you. Today, topic of our discussion is introduction of data structure. First of all, to explain the data structure, we will understand the data and structure separately. Like data can be defined as anything to give information, and structure is a representation of data. Like data structure is equal to data plus structure. So from these definitions of data and structure, data structure can be defined as way to store and organize data so that it can be used efficiently. Another definition of data structure is a representation of logical relationship existing between individual elements of data. Another definition of data structure is a way to organize all data items and relationship between them. Now we will discuss classification of data structure. Data structure can be further classified into two subcategories. One is primitive data structure and another one is non-primitive data structure. Primitive data structure can be further divided into subcategories like integer, float, character, pointer, string, etc. Primitive data structures are basic structures and directly operated by machine instructions. Integer, floating point number, character, constants, string constants, pointers, etc. fall in primitive data structure category. Now, non-primitive data structure can be further divided into two subcategories. One is linear list and another one is non-linear list. Linear list can be further divided into subcategories like array, linked list, stack, and queue. Non-linear data structure can be further divided into subcategories like graphs and tree. Non-primitive data structure are sophisticated data structures and are derived from primitive data structures. Non-primitive data structure focus on structuring of group of homogeneous or heterogeneous data items. For example, if we will talk about homogeneous like 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, all these elements are of same data type like integer. If we will talk about heterogeneous like 1, 2.5, 6.2, a, all these elements are of different data type. Now we will discuss algorithm and its properties. If we talk about simplest and commonly used definition of algorithm, that is step-by-step procedure to solve a specific problem, that can also be finite sequence of steps and instructions used to solve a particular problem. Now we will discuss difference between algorithm and program. In first point, we can say we can design an algorithm at design phase and we can write program at implementation phase. In the second point, algorithm can be written in simple English like language or high level language, and program can be written in any programming language. A third point, we can say person having domain knowledge can write algorithm, and in case of program can be written by programmer. In the next point, algorithm is used for analyzing the problem, and after writing program, testing process is used to locate the errors in a program. In the next point, algorithm doesn't need any software or hardware. We can write an algorithm on a plain paper with pen or pencil, but in case of program, program is dependent on software and hardware. Now we will discuss the properties of algorithm. First one is finiteness. An algorithm should have finite number of steps, means number of steps should be countable. In a second property, definiteness, each and every steps of an algorithm should be properly and completely defined. For example, if x is larger, then go to step 5. It is not properly defined because particular value is not given, like larger than what. If x greater than 10, then go to step 5. In this case, this step is properly defined. In the next property, completeness, an algorithm must solve the problem before termination for which it is defined. For example, if an algorithm is designed to find sum of two numbers, then algorithm should provide sum as a result before termination. In the next property, effectiveness, the result of an algorithm should be effective in nature, for which input should have a reasonable magnitude. For example, if a result is equal to 25 by 5, this result is effective in nature because both the input values have some reasonable magnitude. In the next case, if result is equal to 5 by 0, this result is not effective because one of the input has not reasonable magnitude. In the next property, which is last, input and output, the beginning and starting value is called input and or result value is called output. For example, C is equal to A plus B. Here A and B are inputs and C is output. Thanks.